Ghana's public mass transport system has a unique rhythm. Whereas there is a mass movement into the cities in the early hours of the day, there is equally rush out in the evening. At the entry points of the cities, traffic congestions occur, and the result is long vehicular queues. Passengers have to wait anxiously, sometimes for hours. Commercial drivers who want to make the most of the situation flout traffic regulations and risk the lives of passengers. Driving commuter transport in Ghana has an unwritten code. The driver must be boisterous, ready to take high risk. This situation makes driving seem to be a job only for the brave man. It appears some travelers prefer overspeeding in order to reach their destinations in time, even at their own risk. This perhaps the reason for the high rate of road crashes in the country.
In Ghana here, it's hardly to see a female driving a vehicle with passengers. That's why I said I prefer a male driver than a female.
And whenever I meet women on the way some of them shiver. I don't know whether we can get many women who can drive this very bus.
We, the ladies, we drive more carefully more than the men. Compared to even myself here. When I was steering, I always concentrate on my steering and the sign on the road. Because without the signs, you cannot drive well. But what I realized for other men, they usually think that they are driving for so long or whatever. So don't even, listen to the signs on the road. I'm in the field for 17 years now.
The public should a little bit give them some sort of breathing space. It took some time for them to gain all the confidence, but gradually from where all the research that we know, women tend to a little more cautious when they drive. So let's give them the support. Even when they make little mistakes, we should not unnecessarily say, "Oh, we said women are not." They can't drive long buses or that sort of thing. I believe that with the gradual process, with the encouragement, with the support, they will gain their confidence and become very good bus drivers.
The Metro Mass Transit Company has made a significant impression on the public transportation business in Ghana since it was established about a decade ago. It is commonplace now to see the orange bus shuttling passengers from the remote parts of the country to the city centers to do business. In most communities, the Metro Mass Transit service is a choice without compromise. Their reasons include safety, affordability, and comfortability.
Anytime I'm going to Accra or Kumasi, I board Metro Mass. Even when I'm going to Obuasi, I always prefer going to Kumasi than transit coming back to Obuasi.
Anytime I feel like going to Kumasi or Accra, I do take Metro Mass.
As the management of MMT strives to improve its services, it also wants to adopt internationally accepted best practices.
Metro Mass Transport is in the transport industry. It employs over 3,000 staff. And because it's a transport industry, mainly, most of the workers are drivers and conductors. But we find out that we have the male in the driving section, and then most of the female are in the conducting unit. And because the board has a vision of bringing about gender parity, and also giving everybody equal opportunity. So we thought it would be interesting to get females into the driving section. And instead of going out to employ new drivers, we thought we should give those who are already in the system the opportunity by upgrading them from the conducting section into driving.
MMT's objective is to have gender balance. So we want 50% women and 50% men in all positions. But if you look at the drivers particularly, all over the world there's a lot of examples where there are female drivers. And the insurance companies did proper investigation and research, and what they found out was that in general female drivers tend to be safer drivers than men. They are more focused on safety, they're also more focused on comfort for the passengers and fuel efficiency. So there's a lot of examples, UK, the States, Europe, my own country, Holland, where you will see a lot of female drivers, and it has a real positive effect on the public transport companies.
In the medium to long term, we want to achieve 1:1 ratio. We will try to engage more females to be trained as drivers. But as we are talking now, we've already trained some of our conductors to become drivers, and this process will be continued.
The company is piloting a scheme to have female bus drivers to operate their fleet, following suggestions by some women employees that they be given the opportunity to drive buses. The head of Women Desk of TUC Ghana, Teresa Nadia Buga, was part of the brains who conceived the project.
They understand gender and they want to mainstream women into the activities of MMT. So we encourage the women to sign up, because driving is not an easy activity at all, especially when you are going to carry passengers, because you are carrying lives, and the women should have that confidence on the streets when they are able to go through the training.
The first option was open to the female conductors throughout the country. 24 were shortlisted to be trained. They did not have any driving experience. Being novice drivers, a 9-month driving training program in 3 phases was developed for them. Each phase covered 3 months. The first 3 months was used to prepare them physically, emotionally, and psychologically. The trainees were sent to the Sotra Institute in La Côte d'Ivoire for professional training and licensing. The third phase, back in Ghana, was to condition them for driving in local environments and prepare them to be tested by DVLA for Ghanaian Driver's License Code F.
We decided to embark on this female driver project because of the core values we have in our operations in Metromas, as fuel efficiency and road safety, especially road safety. And we thought that to achieve road safety,